Hello learners, and welcome to our today's mathematics learning session. In our today's lesson, we are going to introduce a new topic, which is volume and capacity. Volume and capacity. Volume and capacity. Volume and capacity. These are two things. Volume and what? Capacity. Volume and capacity. So this will be the unit objectives. Unit objectives. We are beginning on a new unit, and here are the objectives of this new unit. By the end of this unit, you should be able to do the following. By the end of this topic, the learner should be able to number one state units of volume. Number one, you should be able to state the units of volume. Then number two, you should be able to convert units of volume from one form to another. Convert units of volume. There are different units of volume, and you should be able to convert from one form to the other. Then the third objective is to calculate volume. You should be able to calculate volume of cubes, cuboids, and cylinders. Calculate volume. We learn how to calculate the volume of cubes, the volume of cuboids, and the volume of cylinders. Then objective number four should be able to convert, or let me say, should be able to state units of capacity. Should be able to state the units of capacity. Then number five, you should be able to convert units of capacity from one form to another. Then number six, you should be able to relate volume to capacity. You should be able to relate volume to capacity. Then lastly, number seven, you should be able to solve problems in volume and capacity. Solve problems in volume, solve problems on volume and capacity. So these are two things we'll be doing, volume and capacity. So the first three objectives are in relation to volume. We have volume, okay, state units of volume, convert units of volume from one form to another. Number three, calculate volume of cubes. Then from number four, we will look at we'll seek to achieve the objectives in relation to capacity. Capacity, state units of capacity, convert units of capacity from one form to another. Then number six, relate volume to capacity. So learners, that is what we intend to achieve under the topic volume and capacity. And without wasting much time, I want us to first begin with the subtopic on volume. Volume. We'll first define the meaning of volume. What is volume? Learners, write down the definition of volume. We can define volume as the amount. Volume is the amount of space occupied by matter. Amount of space occupied by matter. Volume is the amount of space occupied by matter. In other words, we can say, learners, that the volume of an object, is the size of space it occupies. The size of space it occupies. Volume is the amount of space occupied by matter or an object, okay, or a substance. The volume of an object, you can also say the volume of an object is the size of space. The size of space it occupies. When you say size of space, then it is measurable. The size can be measured. The volume of an object can be measured. And this measurement, all right, the volume, you can write volume is measured in cubic units. Volume is measured in cubic units. Cubic units can be cubic millimeters, cubic centimeters, cubic meters, cubic decimeters, cubic decameters, and so on. So it is measured in cubic units. Cubic units. Let me write conversion of units of volume. Conversion of units of volume. It's possible, learners, to convert units of volume from one form to another. Remember, one of the objectives here is to learn how to convert units of volume from one form to another. I have stated some of the units. We've said volume is measured in cubic units. These units can be centimeters, millimeters, meters, and so on. So we want to see how to convert units of volume from one form to another. An example is if the dimensions of a solid, or an object, remember volume is an amount of space occupied by matter or an object. So if the dimensions of an object, is given in centimeters, if the dimensions of an object is given in centimeters, the volume will be in cubic centimeters. The volume will be in cubic centimeters. And if it's given in meters, if the dimensions of an object is given in meters, then the volume will be in cubic meters. Will be in cubic meters. Will be in cubic meters. If it's given, dimensions are given in centimeters, the volume will be presented in cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Let me give examples down here. Examples of, say, 1 meter. If the dimension of an object is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, okay, then the volume will be, this one will be equal to 1 cubic meter, because 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter is equal to 1 cubic meter. Now these cubic meters can be converted into cubic centimeters. And how do you do that? We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. It's equal to 100 centimeters. So 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters, this will be equal to 100 times 100 times 100. This is equal to 100 times 100 times 100. We have 6 zeros. So this will be equal to 1 million. These are 6 zeros. 1 million cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Okay, so if you have an object measuring 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, then in meters, all right, in cubic meters, that will give us 1 cubic meter. This 1 cubic meter can be converted into cubic centimeters, which is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. Therefore, we can say, therefore, 1 cubic meter is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. 1 million cubic centimeters. 1 million cubic centimeters. So, learners, conversion of units of volume. 1 unit of volume is meters, cubic meter. Another unit of volume is centimeters, cubic centimeters. 1 cubic meter is equal to a million cubic centimeters. Let us give another example. This is just one. Let's give number 2. Okay. This is just 1. We have said 1 cubic meter is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Let's try this one. 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. This is equal to 1 cubic centimeters. This we can convert into millimeters. We know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So we have 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters. This will give us 10 times 10 times 10, 10 times 10 times 10. This is equal to 1,000 cubic millimeters. 1,000 cubic millimeters. Therefore, learners, therefore, 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1,000 cubic millimeters. 1,000 cubic millimeters. Let's have another conversion, that is number 3. 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter is equal to 1 meter, 1 cubic meter, 1 cubic meter. And we know that 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter. So here we have 1,000 millimeters. This is 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters. This is equal to 1. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, learners, 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. So, 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter is equal to 1 cubic meter. And 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters times 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 billion. 1 billion cubic. This is 1 billion cubic. This is 1 billion cubic millimeters. 1 billion cubic millimeters. Therefore, learners, therefore, 1 cubic meter. This 1 cubic meter is equivalent to 1 billion. A billion has 9 zeros. Is equal to 1 billion cubic millimeters. Cubic millimeters. Cubic millimeters. So, learners, we can do the other conversions. I know you have now understood. We can do many other conversions. In today's lesson, we have done 3. I want us now to have some examples on conversion. Learners, I'm going to pick examples from the pupils book, exercise 14.1. Examples. 1. Express the following in cubic meters. In cubic meters. A 105 cubic centimeters. B 19.7 cubic centimeters. C 750 cubic millimeters. Cubic millimeters. So let me now answer from this side. Let me rub here and I have the answer. Let me rub. Express in cubic meters. We've been given cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Answer. We're going to answer express in cubic meters. We want to express 105 cubic centimeters into cubic meters. We want to convert 105 cubic centimeters into cubic meters. And learners, we saw down here that this is question 1A. We saw that 1 million cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. Therefore, 105 cubic centimeters. Therefore, 105 cubic centimeters will be equivalent to how many cubic meters? So here we get the reciprocal, 105 cubic centimeters divided by 1 million. This is 1 million. 1 million cubic centimeters times 1 cubic meter times 1 cubic meter. These cubic centimeters will cancel out. So that will have 105 divided by 1 million. This is supposed to be 1 million. 1 million times 1 cubic meter. So we have 105 divided by 1 million. 1 million. So these are 6 zeros. Because the point is here, we are going to move 6 times, to move it 6 times to the left, because we are dividing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a point there. So we write here 0, 0, 0. So this will be equal to 0, this 0, point 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 105 cubic meters. These learners can be written as follows. Can be written as 1.05 times 10 raised to negative. Because you are putting this point after 1, okay, after this 1, then it will be times 10 raised to, we've moved this to the left, we move this one to the left. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are putting the negative sign here, 1.05, then this will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 raised to 4 cubic meters. So that is the answer, correct. Then let's do B. In B, we are converting cubic centimeters to cubic meters again. Cubic centimeters to cubic meters. We know that 1 million cubic centimeters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. Therefore, 19.7 cubic centimeters, 19.7 cubic centimeters will be equal to 19.7 cubic centimeters divided by 1 million cubic centimeters times 1 cubic meter. The cubic centimeters will cancel out. So we'll have 19.7. This 19.7, because we are dividing with 1 million, these are 6 zeros, we'll move this decimal point to the left 6 times. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we insert zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we have a decimal point right over there. So the answer here is 0.000 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros, 197 cubic meters. Cubic meters, which can be rewritten as follows. We'll have a decimal point immediately after 1. that's 1.97. 1.97. If you are putting a decimal point after 1, then we'll move how many times? We'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we multiply by 10 to the power of -5, then cubic meters. So if you are having a decimal point here, then we'll move 5 times, so -5 to the left. So this is our answer. Correct. Let's move on to part C. In part C, we are converting cubic millimeters to cubic meters. Cubic millimeters to cubic meters, and we know 1 billion cubic millimeters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. 1 billion, billion has 9 zeros, 1 billion cubic millimeters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. Therefore, 750 cubic millimeters will be equal to how many cubic meters? So we have 750 cubic millimeters will be equal to 750 cubic millimeters divided by 1 billion cubic millimeters times 1 cubic meter. So we are dividing, learners, 750 by 1 billion, which has 9 zeros. So the decimal point is here. We are going to move it 9 times to the left. 9 times to the left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a decimal point there. Then we insert the zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So the answer here will be, these are how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros. 0.000000. These are 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. After we move this decimal to this side, then this 0 at the end here, this 0 is meaningless. We do away with that 0. Okay, these are cubic meters. Cubic meters. So in simplified form, we can rewrite this to 7.5. We put the decimal point after 7, then we multiply by 10 to the power of negative, to be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the power of -7 cubic meters. Cubic meters. This one here is the answer. Correct. All right. So we have done 3 questions. We've converted cubic centimeters to cubic meters. In C, we have converted cubic millimeters to cubic meters. That was one of our objectives when we began. Remember, the objectives of this topic is to state units of volume, which we have done in our today's lesson. In our today's lesson, we have also gone further and learned how to convert units of volume from one form to another. So learners, that will mark the end of our today's lesson. I will give you assignment as we close. This is your assignment. I write it here. Assignment. Exercise. Go and do exercise 14.1. Question 1. D, E, and F. D, E, and F. We've done together A, B, C. Go and do D, E, F before you attend our next lesson. Thank you for being attentive, learners. Go through this video once again, more than once. Go through the video once, twice. Write the notes, write down the notes. See how I have converted the units from one form to another. Then attempt the assignment before attending our next lesson, where we continue with the topic volume and capacity. Bye-bye.